So this science exploration class, it's a really unique class where we're able to get outside of the classroom quite a bit. We're able to do a lot of hands-on activities, and this Trout program is one of a few activities that we have during the year. But it's really one of our I think our best units that we do in science exploration, where from November to April we are really heavily invested in not only taking care of the trout, making sure that goes well, but also learning a lot based off of that program about ecology, about conservation, about habitats, about ecosystems.
I think what this program has allowed us to do is think a little bit more outside of the box and create other units that promote environmental stewardship, and the kids start to learn like what their role is in their local environment, because these are local fish, and we release them into the Charles River. We talk about the water quality of the Charles River. We talk about things that could be affecting the Charles River.
I would say it's really fun because you get to see them get bigger, and you get to see them from when they're little eggs to when they're to about this size, and it's fun to just see them grow up.
Well, when we raised the trout, we got to do water quality, and we fed the fish, and we learned how to take care of them.
So we have 3 classrooms full, 3 different tanks. We have 200 eggs that were delivered per tank. So about 50 kids each, say, and they're raising 200 trout for a period of 3 months.
We learned a lot about how the life cycle of the fish and how they start from an egg and grow up.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is recognizing everyone is really into it at the beginning. Everyone is. And throughout the time that we have them, you'll start to see some kids, maybe want to move on to something new. But then you also see the other extreme, some of the kids really dig in and love it and take ownership, and then they really become known in their class period as the ones who run the tank. We have the kids keep track of their changes in a journal and observe the changes that they see developmentally from week to week. I am finding that their observation skills are just getting to be so good because they spend the first few weeks making very obvious observations, and then they challenge themselves to see if they can find something different. And luckily they change pretty quickly, so we do see a lot of differences week to week.
Kids take ownership of what they're doing, and they believe, and they are correct by believing that they are responsible for these trout, and they know they have to do a good job in order to make sure that they survive. So they take it seriously, but they really enjoy the process.
I learned how hard it is to take care of them, because it's really delicate, and you can't overfeed them, and you need to make sure everything's good with them.
It was a very small temperature span in which you had to keep the fish in, or else they would die very quickly.
I thought it was a very fun experience because, like Alexis said, you get to see them as tiny eggs and grow up to medium-sized fish, and it's really cool to see the process and experience of what they have.
My favorite part about raising the trout was probably releasing them, because it was really cool to be able to release trout that you raise over the weeks and be able to see them grow, and stuff that you did finally worked, and you got to let them go.
On the bus ride there, you had to be very safe with the fish. You had to make sure that they were safe in a box cup thing, because you don't want the fish to spill out. And when we put the fish in the box, we had a little oxygenator tube type thing, and it was so that the fish could get oxygen in that tight space. When you got the cup, some people got 1 or 2 fish, 5 sometimes, and you would go down to the river floor thing, and you would put them in the water.
they just have to adjust to the change before you put them in.
The water in the tank that we had is probably different than the water in the river, so you need to make sure that they can get used to the temperature instead of just plopping them in the water so they don't die in shock.
This year, out of the 600, we released 475 trout. We counted this year how many we were releasing every time we gave a kid a fish to go bring down. So this was a really successful year, yeah, especially when you look at their survival rate in the wild versus their survival rate with the kids. And I think they end up feeling really proud of that. So
it's not a very stressful experience. Like, it's meant to be fun and like really give you some knowledge. So I would say, like, don't take this as a stressful thing. Like, there shouldn't be any stressful part about it. Like, you're just cleaning a fish tank. So just take it in a fun way.
Like, make sure you're careful when you're like taking care of the trout. Make sure you're not doing anything irresponsible with them.
Yeah, I would say like be careful with them and just have fun with it, because it's like really fun to be able to like learn more.
What we want them to take away are skills more than knowledge. And a lot of those skills are embedded in responsibility and problem solving and figuring out what information is telling us and what our response has to be because of that information.
They learn a lot of science while they're having some fun raising trout.